This is going to be video number 103 on your Firearms Defense channel. This video is being made per the request of one of my subscribers, Kilo Sierra Alpha. That's spelled K-I-L-O-S-I-E-R-R-A-A-L-P-H-A. It's about a YouTube video about Bob Strait and family. It's a veteran plea for help. It's I'll see if I can read the number here. It's small e, capital P, small y, capital G, capital K, number 2, small v, small l, small I, small m, 0. And the title of this video is A Veteran Plea for Help, Bob Strait and Family. And Kilo Sierra Alpha said this made his blood boil, which is understandable. I watched it and it made my blood boil too. It just says it all about the state of our country now and what's wrong with it and everything. But that's understandable because Bob Strait is a 90-year-old World War II veteran, and his wife Nancy is 85 years old. They were victims of a brutal home invasion by 4 or 5 men, and both were severely beaten, and Nancy was beaten and raped and died the next day. Now, the first thing here is I'm very sorry that this happened to two fine people like Bob and Nancy Strait. I mean, he's a World War II veteran. He served his country honorably. He went and fought for his country and did his part to preserve the American dream and did his patriotic duty, and now he's 90 years old and the guy gets beat in a home invasion by these 5 pukes. Well, the second thing is here now, you know me, I'm firearms defense, and I love nothing better than build a 5-man gallows and open the trap door under all these scum and watch all of them drop. You know, that's just me. That's what I think should happen to these people. But fortunately or unfortunately, as the case may be, whatever, I'm not in charge of anything like that, much as I could wish I was. But in the end here, I'm only firearms defense, and my other responsibility is to see what, if anything, we can learn from this tragedy. Now, the first thing here is we need to look at concealed carry and how we can help prevent these things. Now, since I've made 100, and this will be 103 videos on firearms defense and all sorts of aspects, concealed carry, shooting people, you know, the law. I made videos about everything, and and I've been to front sight about 9 times too. So now I've heard of people who always have their weapons with them. Now that's the first thing. I've heard of people who always have their weapons with them. They're licensed to carry. That to them that means they carry all the time. The first thing when they get up in the morning is they tuck their holster inside their waistband and they're ready to start another day. They carry it with them everywhere. They won't work at a place that won't allow them to have their weapon. They don't patronize businesses that are posted no weapons. If they work at home, they carry even in their home. Now, is this a little extreme? I personally think not. If George and or Nancy Strait would have had weapons on them, the outcome would have been different. Now, some people might say, but old people shouldn't have to go around armed and live like that. To which I say, especially old people should be armed at all times. That's a hell of a lot better than being raped and beaten and killed. Now, let's take a look at some of my other videos I've made and look at some of the advice I've given and why, and some of the people who have weighed in against me. Of course, there was my classic video number 20 about body disposal of home invaders after you kill them. That got about 14,000 views and a lot of hate posts and stuff like that. I had people go totally off on me and said, you know, I give Bubba and Junior make them look good and stuff like that, and I'm insane and I'm a wacko and a nut job, and of course that's a classic one. But you know, in light of what happened to George Zimmerman, for instance, and Bob and Nancy Strait here, who can say that's such a bad thing? You know, these people that hurt Bob and Nancy Strait, if they killed them and disposed of them, would anybody have missed them? I think not. Now, on video number 46, here's another example of my shotgun video, Mr. Benelli. I said I keep it loaded and ready to go with the safety off. Now, I caught a lot of hell for that about keeping the safety off, but there's a reason for that. And the reason is I put about 4,000 rounds through my Glock. All semi-automatic handguns, 90% of them are pick up, press the trigger. That's all you have to think about, pick it up, press the trigger. Now, if you're in a situation where you pick up your shotgun and you have to click the safety off, you might not do it. If somebody kicks in your door, you pick up your shotgun, you press the trigger, you're all set for a bang, and you get a press and nothing happens. It's because you didn't take the safety off. So that's why I do that with my shotgun, and that's why that advice. And I caught an unbelievable amount of hell for that. One guy told me he wanted me to make a video of me blowing my head off and post it on YouTube. I told him I couldn't do that. You know, it's not possible for one thing, and I didn't want to do that to begin with. But then on video 65, I showed how I keep my SIG handy when I'm having my shower, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people think that's paranoid. You know, I got a SIG 220 hanging over my shower bar where I can pull it out and get to it. But if you think about that, you're having your shower, somebody kicks in your front door, what are you going to do if you don't have your weapon handy like that? You know, it's just, you know, you're just going to bite the bullet. And so then there were other videos. I've got 100, this is going to be 103 posted here. Let's see, there's a video number 71 about Lance Thomas that I made, and that's a video about Lance Thomas, a gunfighter. Now, he had a watch shop up in Westwood, and when he started having break-ins and robberies in the neighborhood, he got him a weapon and killed his first robber, and then he spent a lot of time at the range learning to use it and killed about 4 other people, and he was shot a couple of times himself and wounded, by the way, so it wasn't like a free ride by any means, but he did what he had to do to defend himself, and that's what we need to learn from this George and Nancy Strait incident. Is we need to learn that the predators out there, they don't care if you're young, they don't care if you're a child, they don't care if you're old, and they don't care if you're weak, they don't care if you're female. In fact, these things are ready-made for the predators. That's what they love to prey on, you know. So you just got to be prepared and step up and do your best to be prepared. And that's about all I can think of to say on video number 103 here. And I'm going to close this out. And thanks again to my subscriber Kilo Sierra Alpha for his request and encouraging me to make this video. This is Firearms Defense closing out here, and I'll see you on video number 104.